Hi, my name's Mandy Downing and I'm just going to show you how to look at different search strategies. The first place that we're going to have a look is Google. If I type into the Google search engine Scholar, then even while I'm typing it, Google Scholar comes up. Into Google Scholar, I'm going to type the string information learning strategies in quotes so that the search happens to the whole thing. If we take a look at the first few things that come up on the screen, we find as you search down this site, you'll find the link that says read this article, but there's a bit of a hint underneath because it says for subscription and additional information. But let's choose the link and you'll see that I'm not subscribed. So this is a paid for site, which I'm not really interested in going any further with. If I then look at the next site, I find I have an educational psychologist site. And again, I start looking down, have a read, and it says download the full text. So I try and download the full text. But again, I have to be logged in, and so I can't look at that. And it's a very expensive purchase should I want to make it. My next stop is to go to the QUT website and choose the library. Go down and choose education and the A+ education site. If I search in this website for information learning theories, then it tells me there's no results. So I adjust my search and I look for information learning or learning theories. Then I get 1,381 hits. But looking through them, they're not really relevant to what I want. So I have to adjust my search. I can suggest and I come up with a new set of results, of which there are 78. Looking through there, I can see a few things that would be of interest to me. This is the first one, which is all about changing the mindset of inquiry, how we're going to learn the learning theories and the inquiries. Further down we have this one, which again looks of interest to me, so I've managed to find some things that would be interesting. There are different things we can do. We could pull in a date range, because technology has moved so quickly, we really should be looking much more recently than the range that was there. So I can shorten the range. If I shorten the range, I get down to 11 results. It's interesting to see at the bottom here the records that are found with the different inquiries that we can see just at the bottom. Find some different words that may be helpful for us to use. So, if we put in some different words that we could find in the thesaurus and search for those, we find we get completely different. And we get different ones again. So now we have to look into the individual items that have been brought up and see if we can find what we like. So I could do science. So I could aim more about what the area where I'm looking. Oh, and we could equally add secondary, because that's the level of which I'm looking. Now, hopefully, we're down to 218. This looks interesting. So let's have a look and see if we can find resources that we think could be of use. And look at this one here. We can have a look at this one in full text. Australian curriculum, science and inquiry-based learning, that could be useful. But particularly useful are the ones that have the full text that's there. This one looks interesting here. And again, full PDF. Oh, that looks interesting, so I could save that one too. There are, of course, many other databases that you can choose. If we flick down, choosing another database, and here's the education databases, and there are many for us to choose. So we can, this one only has A+ selected at the moment, but we can select any of these to get ourselves a wider choice of data. Okay, you can use the indexes where you can specify which area you would like to be searched in. You can use the thesaurus where you can look at subject terms. If we browse by, you can limit your search to full text records only. You can change the date, which I did earlier, and you can add any more of the Boolean algebra type or words. And there's the advanced search where we can look for and split this into and you can look or not being when you don't want something. You can look for exact phrases, any terms. You can change the fields for which each needs to be in. It's a very thorough search of different areas if you're trying to find something particular.